Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lois and welcome back to Forever Stranded. In the last episode, we were finishing up the meteor. We defeated the meteor's main room, got a bunch of stuff including a drill from advanced rocketry, temperature regulator, bunch of applied energistic stuff, which really the only things we care about are the Emmy drives, the panels, and the cables. And we couldn't find the Inscriber presses. Well, I actually went over there trying to record an episode because I thought I knew where they were. Well, it turns out I didn't. So there's a couple of ideas I have to find them, and that's what we're going to try to do here at the beginning of the episode. And then we'll come back and do some quests. We have a bunch of quests that we can probably get done in Tinkapow, so might as well do them. But before we go over there, there's a couple of things I want to do. The first thing is I want to make a hammer. A hammer is going to make my life a lot easier when it comes to, well, a lot of things. So let's just go ahead and do that. We're going to make it out of obsidian because that seems to be like the best materials we have at this point. So we need to make a stencil for a hammerhead. Put that in there. There's the obsidian hammerhead. What all do we want? So what all do we need, I guess, should be the first question. We need 2 large plates and a tough tool rod. We could do the tough tool rod out of wood. That would be good. Let's see. Do we have materials in you books? Do we have any books? They would be in here. So what kind of materials could we use? Let's see. The easier is going to be better in the long run. But what we want to kind of prioritize is durability, and we're going to want durability and then modifiers and speed. So faster would be better, but doesn't look like we'll be able to do much. A wooden handle isn't terrible. Cactus handle, bone handle is actually decently good. We might look into that. Let's see, sponge, firewood, no, most of the stuff isn't that great. Slime, nah, cobalt. Again, cobalt's hard to get, so, I don't know, maybe we'll just make it out of, see, is treated wood better than wood? Treated wood is slightly better than wood. So do we have some treated wood? I feel like we should. Yeah, we do. Cool. So let's go ahead and make the tough tool rod. So tough tool rod out of treated wood. And then let's make one of the large plates out of obsidian. And the other one, what could we use? Corrupted. Durability. Mending? No. We'll want something that has either, like copper wouldn't be bad. We'll want something that will kind of make things a little bit better with speed. Magnetic isn't bad either. Fractured? No. Spiky, crude. What's crude do? Unarmored. Oh, I don't care about that. Stone might not be bad for that. Just to get the cheap so that we can repair it a little bit easier. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just do stone. So this guy will just be cobblestone. And it's not the best of hammers, but it's going to be the easiest to make, and that's what matters to me right now. So, there we go. With that taken care of, let's go ahead and throw the book back and the obsidian. And we're going to head back over to that area. I'm going to sleep real quick, but then we'll head back over to the meteor. And I'm getting deja vu because I literally just did this. That looks like a water source. So let's sleep and we'll get over there. So the plan is to try to find the Inscriber presses. So at least in one version of this map, they existed. Do they exist in this version? I don't actually know. Does it matter all that much to me? Not really. So let's put the eggs in there. And away we go. So this will be just a little bit of a flight, as you guys know. And what I want to do for the rest of the episode today is we're going to, if we can't find things, but I have a cheaty way. I have a little bit of a cheaty way to find any of the presses. So we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, then oh well. But if it does, that's kind of awesome. If it doesn't, we might actually go exploring some more. So I know we've done a lot of adventuring, and I forgot to charge my sword. My sword is not charged, so it's not going to do as much damage. And it's funny because I literally talked about this when I did a little bit of a recording before this, coming over here and looking around a little bit, but didn't turn out that well, and I didn't have a hammer, so that's important to me. I think having the hammer is going to make this a lot easier. So that's what we're going to use. So, one of the first things we could do is just come up to the top, and one, I want to see F7. Doesn't matter too much. But we'll put that there. And that's the center. So how fast does this go? Decently. So let's turn the glider off, and we can just kind of come down here a little bit. And we can break open this meteor pretty quickly. I just want to go down to the big room. And then what we're going to do is, unfortunately, like, the idea would be try to find mobs by standing in here and getting things to spawn around us, but that's not really happening. So what we're going to do instead is we have all these inscriber presses, and what we'll do is we need to hit T. And if they're close by, we'll see it. That one is. I just can't see it. So there is at least an engineering press, and there's a logic press, and there's a silicon press. So they all are over here, because if I'm looking for, let's say, an inscriber, I hit T and it doesn't do anything. So they are nearby. Normally you'd see little sparkles, but I guess we can't see them through all the walls, so what we need to do is basically destroy this place. Let's come up here and try it some more. So that at least tells me that they are around. And I believe in the old map there was a chest right there. Alright, might have found it. This has the engineer press and another Emmy drive. Awesome. So there's one. So we have the engineering press, so if I hit T, it's not there. I wonder if each of these little openings, which were full of mob spawners, by the way, has one of them. So for example, we have a little bit of a lag spike. We have this guy. Yep, right there. I can see it. You can see it right here. I'm so glad I remembered about that little effect. Yeah, they're hidden in the walls, and this has a whole bunch of printed circuits, spatial storage, the logic press, and a 64K. That's nice. Awesome. So let's go to another opening and do the same thing. So what I'm using is Extra Utilities has a search for item button, and that's exactly what I'm hitting. So we have logic and engineering. So silicon press. So by default it is T, so it is near the back, and it's only a limited range. So you're not gonna always. It's not gonna tell you where everything is, but I bet it's in here. and don't see anything. Let's hit one more time. Alright, so let's go to another place. It's in this quadrant of the giant meteor. Maybe back here. Yep, right there. So there we go. We have all the Inscriber presses now. They were hidden. This has some covered cables, some dense cables, that's nice, some normal cables, and the silicon press. So with that taken care of, let's go home. We have all the presses because we already had the one, and that's where they are. So the easiest way is to use extra utilities, search for item. It's a little cheaty, but they were literally hidden in the walls, so you can't blame me for that. And we have a new hammer out of this entire kind of foray. But the plan is we're going to go back to the base and start working on a couple of things. So getting a planned logistics setup is a priority. That would be really nice to have, and it's going to make my life a lot easier. All that kind of fun stuff. And it should be pretty easy at this point to do, relatively. The other thing is we're going to do just kind of random quests, and I think relatively soon, I think we'll stay at the base for the next couple of episodes, just working on whatever we can. And then one of the things I want to do is I want to go to the north and to the south. So there are still more things to find, so that we can, in each of the cardinal directions there are things. Depends on what direction you go. So west is the city that we saw a long time ago. East is the meteors. North is something, and south is something. They're decently far away, and like if you look how close this guy is compared to how close this is, it's much farther. So we've explored both of those directions, but we just haven't gone far enough. Maybe we'll go look and see what is down there. So going south, we've come close, I think, but not very close. So let's drop off our inventory. We have all of the presses now. I can put that in there. Don't need the spatial storage. Don't need the cover cable. We have the printed engineering circuits. That is awesome. So much good stuff. We can put that away. We can put that away and that away. I think. Actually, let's put the bed away. And we don't need our slime boots, to be honest. Alright, cool. So, with that taken care of, what are our quests? Well, in the technological revolution, we need to make an Emmy Chest. If we take a look at that, the Emmy Chest requires an Emmy Terminal and nothing really too terribly else. So let's pop down here to where all of our Emmy stuff is. Let's turn that off. There is a follow. Why is it not going to where we are? There we go. So we have a good bit of Emmy stuff down here. We just needed the terminal. We don't have... Do we not have an inscriber yet? Alright, so we need to also make an inscriber. That is... If I can spell it... oh, I missed an S. The inscriber is 2 sticky pistons, some iron, and a flux crystal. That's pretty easy. So we'll need 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. I'm going to take this stuff out. This is for the rest of the drawers, which I just need to get more wood for that. So we need more wood. And some cobblestone. I have enough of that. Let's see. We just need wood. Which one of the next things that we're going to want to do is set up our tree farm a little bit better and just get a lot of things kind of reworked. That's what we're going to be doing a lot of in the near future. So, let's see, 2 pistons. There we go. I had that backwards. Then we need some sort of slime, which that is not the easiest of things to get. What's usage? To make this a sticky piston, what's going to be the easiest way to do that? So, tar, glue, rice, or blood. Glue is not the easiest because we need a stoked cauldron. Rosin, which comes from resin, and then tar, which comes from oil sands. Okay. Just gonna steal these. Don't really need them, so might as well. And then there is the inscriber once we grab a flux crystal. And we just need a normal one. That's it. So we're just gonna make 1 inscriber for now. I will make more later, but for now that's all we really need. And for the time being, let's just put it right here. So in order to make the Emmy Chest, we need an Emmy Terminal, which requires a logic processor. It's going to require 3 logic processors. So in order to get those, we need gold, we need the logic processors, and the silicon. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, wait, hold on. You're not supposed to do anything. Don't connect. I just want power. So logic press goes in the top, and the gold, and you can only do 1 at a time, which is a little bit of a bummer. But it is what it is. So let's just put you in there for right now. And then we're also gonna need some silicon. I don't think I have anything set up for that, but we can get it pretty easily from sand. So do we have some sand there? And that just goes in the sag mill, and that should give us silicon. We need 3 of them for right now. There we go. And we get the last one. Now we can speed those up if we have any like speed upgrades, but we don't currently, so that is just a thing we'll have to live with. So 3 silicon, and eventually we'll automate this and all that kind of stuff. It's just going to require a lot more inscribers and whatnot. It's actually pretty easy to automate it with Ender.io, so you can make it pretty fast and efficient with the item conduits. Alright, and then we take these guys and 3 redstone, and that will make the circuit boards. So the logic processors. So we need 3 of them because we're going to need formation cores as well as annihilation cores, both of which aren't too bad to do. So we just need some Certus quartz and nether quartz, plus 2 flux crystals pulverized. So we'll get that taken care of. That, and that. There's the silicon, and here's the flux dust, which we've made that before to make the flux, what are they called? The things. The pure flux crystals. So there is formation cores, and then annihilation cores, and then we're going to use one of our terminals to get that. These guys can go back in there. We'll use blue. We'll need some glass, and I think that's everything we need. We are missing. It does have to be flux. Oh well. It doesn't really matter for me. And then we need 2 more of these. and 2 iron. Alright, so easy enough. And there is our Emmy Chest, which we're pretty much never going to use. But this is going to give us a lifeblood crystal, half a heart, and a loot box. So let's claim all that. And then the next quest... wireless. Moving items, auto crafting. Cool. The next quest is to make an Emmy controller. Now this is going to be actually pretty easy. Because all we need is another piece of silicon and a piece of redstone. I think. Let's see. Controller is... yes. So we just need 1 engineering processor. So this should be pretty easy. That goes in there. That goes in there. And we'll start getting things set up to make our first little Emmy system. So lifeblood crystal. There we go. We get a little bit more health. And I'll be honest, what I will probably end up doing, by the way, between episodes is just working on getting just a lot of like wires and stuff taken care of. So that is currently the problem per se. We already had the engineering press. Whoops. Oh well. So we need these guys and all but one of those. And there's the Emmy controller. So this is the same as the energy acceptor, except this is a lot better. If you're not familiar with applied energistics, it gets confusing, don't get me wrong. But the basic gist of it is that you have a bunch of you can have a bunch of stuff. These storage drives are the best things. They allow you to store your items, but you can also have things like import buses, which we're going to have one on this guy, a storage bus so that our system can see this entire inventory. You can have auto crafting, you can have, there's a lot of things. And basically anything that transmits items, aka data, requires channels. Some things just require power, whereas others require power and data, and that means it requires a channel. And applied energistics is all about channels. Each basic system with an energy acceptor can have 8 channels max. The Emmy controller gives you 32 channels per each side of the controller. So it's a lot better. And that's what we're going to primarily use. So with that taken care of, let's go ahead. We're going to get a bunch of items, including an acceleration card, which is really nice. So wireless crafting, that's going to be good. That's a really good item reward set. That's not bad. It's a choice reward though, so we'll probably just go with the loot boxes because we can get all those. And then this requires a molecular assembler, and again, we'll probably just take the loot chest because it's easy enough to make all the other stuff. But yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of things we can do, and what I'm going to do is between episodes I'm going to work on the base, just kind of getting things organized more than anything else, and we'll kind of go from there. So I want to put anything and everything I can in here. Really can't do much. All of this pure seeds, actually I want to keep those. So let's open our loot box, see what we get. And it is reactor casing and reactor casing cores. That's not terribly hard to make. How about this? It's a little bit harder, but not really. So we can make reactor casings. Cool. So you can hear how impressed I am. Alright, so let's just dump off all of this stuff. Like I said, I'm going to kind of organize things a little bit better later between episodes. And the plan is to try to get our entire inventory into a applied energistics system pretty much as soon as possible. Now, let's see what other quests we have available to us. So there is a bunch of these guys. Don't really care to do in any Ender IO right now. And hey, we've unlocked the Moving Worlds quest, Holo Projector. Cool. We'll worry about that much later. That is not important to me right now. So, something we can also do, we just need to kill 5 more skeletons. They are currently dying out there. That was an Enderman. And that was lightning because of the Enderman. Don't see any skeletons. I don't know why the husks just love going into the one-by-one holes. But anyways, what we can also do, wrong button, let's see, the stews, we can't do that yet. So Tinkapow, modifier, iron toolkit. So that's going to give us a choice reward, and honestly, I don't know what I want. I'll probably take the diamond ores, because that's might be the best, I don't know. Let's see, diamond ores. Are those useful for anything? We can get diamonds out of it. Don't really need diamonds, to be honest. Yeah, diamond ore isn't really that good. Diamond apple is actually pretty good. We might want that for later, so I think I'll take that. But the iron toolkit is what we can craft. This guy. So it is iron, large plates, and block of pig iron. Oh. That's going to be a little bit harder than I thought. Pig iron requires blood. Ugh. And emeralds. So that we'll wait on. I don't feel like doing that. Keeping it together. Engineer's toolbox. Let's see about that. So the engineer's toolbox is aluminum plates, rose red, and wooden storage crate, which is just treated wood. Okay, I think we can handle that. The only question is the flowers, but I think we have some flowers somewhere in here. We just need to grab... Yeah, we have plenty of flowers. Aluminum plates, and that's about it. So let's get some aluminum. We're gonna go upstairs to our... Wait, I need 3, don't I? Yep, 3 aluminum plates. We'll go upstairs and we'll see if we can't throw these in the metal former. And then the only thing we'll need after that is creosote oil and planks, so pretty easy, to be honest. What's that? Tank wall. Alright, so Mr. Metal Former. Can't put those in there. Alrighty then, so we're gonna need our hammer. 1, 2, 3. That gives us 1. We can grind it up, I believe. Usage. In the crusher, we can get more than 1. The sag mill gives us a decent chance, but not good enough. The millstone would give us 4, but the crusher is going to be good enough. Right here it is. So that'll just take a second, and then we just need to go get some creosote oil, and that should be easy. So I'll put that in there, and yeah. So, like I said, between episodes, I'm going to basically prepare to get everything we can. Am I not storing any creosote? Do I have some? Yes, I do. Right there it is. I forgot. So, between episodes, I'm going to start working on getting the space a little bit nicer, digging out and all that kind of fun stuff. So, there is treated wood planks, wooden storage crate, and engineer's toolbox. So that should be the quest. And it's completed. We'll get some items and storage. So reinforced storage crate. I actually already have one. I found one. And then another storage crate, which is just going to require some more wood. Another bucket of creosote. And that should be... I guess when I placed this down and picked it back up, it becomes enchanted. Does it have something in it? No. Alright, let's just break it with our hand and see if it's still enchanted. It is. What's the recipe? So it requires 2 iron rods and 2 iron plates. Oh, that's easy. Alright, well, let's just turn this one into another reinforced one and call it a day. So, might as well. So we need 2 plates, 2 rods, and then what else does this require? Wooden storage, and then on the outside is the treated wood planks. So yet another bucket. And that should be it. Let's get that like so, and then recipe. There we go. So that should be the quest. Yep. And we're gonna get 2 more storage crates. So let's go ahead and claim that, and that entire set of quests is done. So I do want to see. I don't think they'll have anything in them because they're empty. But let's go ahead and put this guy down. Break him. Why is this one enchanted? It's really weird. Alright, well, whatever. Anyways, that is... Why don't those guys want to stack? That is going to be it for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next time, like I said, we are going to be working on applied logistics, getting that set up, and pretty much just cleaning up the base and all that kind of fun stuff. Ooh, we got a copper coil. And some LV wires. I'm just throwing everything away. So the plan is to get applied logistics set up, and then we'll start making this base a little bit more efficient. Start changing some farms over and all that kind of stuff. Getting prepared for. I'm gonna tear a lot of that stuff down and probably move it all underground. And just getting prepared for setting up an animal farm and doing quests. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!